Mr. Speaker, the chaos.
The Prime Minister confirming earlier that, in his words, there will be effectively a diplomatic boycott of the Beijing Olympics.
May I support the request that the UK government now acts against this dictatorial, brutal Chinese regime that is persecuting everybody from Christians through to Tibetans and terrorising the Uyghurs. Would the British government follow suit to the Americans, the Australians, even the Lithuanians? And please, please, I beg of him, give a lead for human rights and make a diplomatic boycott of these Olympic Games.
Prime Minister.
Mr. Speaker, it's clear from what I said earlier on that the government has no hesitation in raising these issues with China, as I did with President Xi the last time I talked to him, and there will be effectively a diplomatic boycott of the of the Winter Olympics in Beijing. No ministers are expected to attend. What I think the House and no officials, Mr. Speaker, but what I can tell the House is that I do not think that sporting boycotts are sensible, and that remains the policy of the government.
Johnson has been asked by MPs from both sides of the benches to take a clearer stance. President Biden announced the US will diplomatically boycott the Games on Monday. Most recently, Australia followed in their footsteps.
But of course, the human rights abuses in Xinjiang and the many other issues that Australia has consistently raised. We have been very pleased and very happy to talk to the Chinese government about these issues, and there's been no obstacle to that occurring on our side. But the Chinese government has consistently not accepted those opportunities for us to meet about these issues. So it is not surprising, therefore, that Australian government officials would therefore not be going to China for those games. Australian athletes will, though.
New Zealand said they won't send diplomats either, citing COVID-19. But their Deputy Prime Minister said they've made their concerns on human rights clear. I asked Number 10 to clarify if this means the UK will impose a full diplomatic boycott on the Beijing Olympics. A Number 10 spokesperson said they'd point me back to the Prime Minister's words, which he makes clear what he means. But there's likely to be more pressure on the Prime Minister to call out the human rights atrocities under the Chinese Communist Party. That's especially as more MPs are coming together across the world calling out Beijing's human rights abuses. Jane Worrell, NTD News, London.